Wonder if I can go to my own stream. This is a disaster. I'm going on my own live stream to see if this is working. I'm going on my own live stream to see if this is working. I got it. This is crazy. Okay, we're getting off this now. Okay, hi, hi. I don't know why that wasn't working. But I did it. Thank you guys for being patient with me. We got there in the end. That's really all that matters. Someday I will become a seasoned pro at live streaming, but until that day comes, we're just figuring it out as we go. Anyway, hi. I'm painting this thing. Couldn't tell you what it is yet, I suppose. Started it the other night and I love it. Yay, audio indeed. I have this experience where I really don't like painting without some kind of noise, some kind of noise. So I'm gonna turn on Lightly, my favorite piano album, because this is gonna help me a little bit. But I won't turn it up loud enough to be distracting. Just be gentle. But let me know if it's annoying or something, because I can't tell I'm over here. Also, hi guys. Hi Sarah. I miss you so much. What are you guys all doing today? I'm doing this, so I don't have to explain. It has been storming here for the past couple of days, and today's the first day that we're seeing sun. And the other day I heard thunder louder than I had ever heard in my life, and it was so exciting. But I always kind of welcome like a good summer storm to make me not do anything. Happy Canada Day. I hope that you do get some writing done. I hope that it feels very good to get some writing done. I hope it's at least a nice storm. And I'm glad that the storm is here so that you can come hang out with me while I paint. Thanks, Storm. I'm doing very well today. I have some unfortunate heartburn, but I'm making it through. I was supposed to have some plans today and they canceled, and so I just decided that I'm gonna paint all day, and I'm so excited. Thanks, Sarah. I like the colors too. It's funny, I hated purple for so long. I don't know why. I think like when I was younger, I think maybe I thought my favorite color was supposed to be purple because I just like that's the kind of stuff I thought about is like what are the weird things that I do and what are the things that I'm supposed to do to not be weird to everybody? And one of them was, well, liking purple. Like people say that their favorite color is purple a lot, or at least they did around me. And so I was like, yeah, I love purple. And then like when I realized that I actually didn't love purple, it was like so freeing to be like, actually, I really don't like purple. Yet here I am, almost 28, and suddenly purple and I are like that. Who knows? Who knows, you guys? But purple and I, we're getting quite close. I don't know why I always thought it was like a tacky color, but it's actually like the color most associated to like spirituality and like psychic energy and like wisdom and magic. Like it was also me with pink. Oh my God, one time I was getting on the school bus and I had worn pink eyeshadow and pink blush to school that day. And this bully, because I was picked on pretty hard, this bully looks at me. She goes, "Pink's not your color." I, and then I just had to get on the bus. And then I just had to get on the bus like that. And I was like, all day, I was like, is pink not my color? Do I look bad in pink? Like, I'm wearing pink. What am I going to do? And then I was afraid of pink. Bullies, you know, they'll just really be out here making you afraid of colors. A nerve. Anyway, pink has grown on me as well. Although I don't paint with pink. I've tried. This one was actually, it started out pink. It was like all pink under here. And the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I don't live in this color. This is not, because like all my paintings are like directly tied to my feelings and like what's going on in here. And so I'm just not usually pink in there. Apparently I'm purple now. Confusing. Yeah, Sarah the Wave painting. It's not even done yet. My mom is like obsessed with it. She talks to me about it every day. I'm just gonna add more detail in here and in here, but I love it. And yes, purple makes me think of Stevie Bobby too. She's probably the reason that I like purple now because I even texted her yesterday. So she had all of these like hue light bulbs in her house, and her house was like, and Sarah will know, her house was my sanctuary. Like whenever I was having a hard time, I would go to Stevie's house, and she always had purple lights on. And I texted Stevie yesterday, and I was like, I miss you so much that I'm getting for my birthday, I'm saving up for these lights so that I can sit in the color purple when I miss you. Because she really changed the color for me. But um, oh, I can tell you guys about a new thing that I'm gonna try with I think both of these paintings. Music's getting intense. So there's like an interesting demand for my original art, as you guys have seen. And so I think moving forward, I'll still sell my prints on Etsy because I never sell out of those quickly. But I think my paintings like this, I'm going to start doing Instagram auction. I think that's the direction I'm going to go. So, like, when this is up for sale, I will put it on my Instagram and then, like, have the bidding be open for 24 hours. So, everybody who wants a chance gets a chance. That way, because like the thing is, I feel really bad because I have people like setting alarms and like still not getting it. And while I understand that the bid situation also has like a barrier to entry, which I feel so bad about, the money thing is really hard for me. And I know I talk about it a lot, but charging you guys money for my art is really hard for me. But I think that the Instagram auction type scenario for my originals will at least solve the problem of like those who want to get a chance have that chance, if that makes sense. And then I'll sell my originals that are like not the big paintings and stuff on my website. I think I'm going to try that. I don't know, but I think the original paintings, they're just, it's like people people want them, and I don't know if like first come first serve is the best way to go about it. I'm still figuring it out, but I think that's what I'm going to try moving forward, and see how that works. Because like I had so many people message me after my art sale on Friday saying like I was caught in a meeting, or like I had fallen asleep and taken a nap, and by the time I woke up everything was sold. And like very cool as an artist to like see that happening, but also like maybe there's a system that can work out better for people. Because I don't know. I know that art is optional in a sense, but I want my art to be accessible. It really breaks my heart that, you know, the people that my art affects the most are usually the ones who can't afford my art, and that doesn't feel good to me. So, you know, I'm working through that. I'm working through it. But I also, you know, my bills are not optional. So yeah, I like the Instagram auction as a concept too. I've seen it done by some people, like for example, like costume makers on Instagram. I've seen them bid or like do auctions for their dresses and stuff, and it seems pretty cool. So I've good feelings. I've good feeling about it. We'll see. But like for instance, this one, the wave one, people have already messaged me like, "Is that going to be for sale? Can I claim it?" And I'm like, ooh. I mean, like, a lot of people are going to be bummed. Oh, crystal sellers do that too. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, this is kind of like a crystal. do have a dorky grin. It's a lot. Thanks. I like something I've really started to realize is that I like don't know what to do with my face hardly ever. Like when I was in high school, I used to practice like in the mirror, but I stopped doing that. And so now I just like let my face do whatever it likes, and it's quite goofy. But it's endearing. I've been told I'm very endearing, which is like goofy and endearing. What a combo, you know? Might as well. One of the reasons that I like painting, or I'm like trying to be painting on live streams more and like want to film my process more, is that something I was realizing is that my painting changes so much throughout the course of being painted, because I don't plan anything. I just like start doing it. And so sometimes like a part that I'll really like ends up getting covered up, which is just like the nature of the way that I paint. But there are so many things that happen in my paintings that like don't get seen in the final products, that don't get seen like because it ends up evolving. My paintings are very much like watching the clouds outside, right? Like one minute you're like, that cloud looks like an elephant, and then the next minute it'll look like a blob. Or one minute it'll look like a blob, and the next minute it'll look like, you know, a banana. I don't know. Those are terrible, terrible examples. But it's like a movie. So I want to get a better setup. I have this prototype for like a filming thing that I want to build, because it's just like I have this hefty DSLR. I don't have like a light camera. So anything that I do, like setting it up on a tripod, things like that, is just like so much work, and it doesn't provide the flow that I would like. So I'm still trying to work out my actual painting process when it comes to filming, but I miss it, and I want to be able to watch videos of my art again, because they're really freaking satisfying and like soothing. I have some friends who literally like watch my videos when they're anxious and it makes them feel better, which, first of all, coolest thing freaking ever. But yeah, this is kind of like a happy medium place where I'm like figuring out painting on camera. Plus, it just means I get to hang out with you guys, which is always a good time. My little rad, little supportive ass community we've got here. It's very, very awesome. And my best friend is also my assistant. She like helps me with shipping and things like that, and she's starting to recognize your guys' names. Because like whenever like there's like an order with your guys' name on it, or like a comment or anything, she'll be like, oh, is that the person? Like, for example, Freddie, like I've had that TikTok thing on my wall, and so when you ordered something, Arliss was like, I was like, oh, put in an extra thing for Freddie, and Arliss was like, is it the Freddie? I was like, yeah, that's my friend. So this is great. It's just what we're doing now. Oh, the nostril earring! Yay! Oh, that made me so happy. Look, you guys remind me constantly that there's good in the world, because you guys are like It's like so in the past, the art that I made was, like, purely just, like, so I could run away from, like, how hard the world was. And my art didn't, like, really have meaning. My art certainly didn't look like this. And I remember telling people, like, "Yeah, my art is beautiful, but it doesn't have a soul. Like, it's not alive. It doesn't have meaning that affects people." And what you guys, like, show me every dang day it seems, is that my art matters, that my art affects you, and you are all so fucking supportive and so, like, literally the sweetest, like, kindest people. And, like, I know that the same could be said for me. People tell me that I'm, kind often, and because I value kindness. But, like, it's like together we're doing that. We're, like, creating meaning, and we're creating this space on the internet where, like, you're just allowed to be kind to yourself, and you're allowed to, like, make art, and you're allowed to be a weirdo and, like, care too big and love unconditionally and be excited unironically. And, like, the fact that you guys do that with my art, freaking wild, let me tell you. Absolutely wild. Um, you guys remind me that there's good in the world all the time, which is so helpful because there's a lot of things in this world that are really hard, and have been really hard on me. And, like, you guys continue to save me, get me up in the morning, give me a reason, remind me that my kindness, like, matters to people, and that, like, there are people in the world who feel as lost and alone as I once did. And, like, the fact that I can be any kind of safe space or any kind of validating space for you guys. Weird is what I'm good at too. Weird is ideal, honestly. Like, I have some friends that are, like, not weird, and that's weird to me. Like, wait, so what do you do? Because I'm over here, like, I'm weird, you guys. I do some weird shit. I read the Bible for fun, even though I'm not religious. Like, I'm like certifiably weird. So nice. A lot of people don't see it. I would say, like, most people don't see just how truly weird I am. But I just, you gotta live authentically. Why not? Everything else feels like shit. I feel very Bob Ross right now. I feel very much like, this is your world. Just living in it. No mistakes. Everybody's worthy of validation and love and support. If I just, like, said, like, kind things while I painted, like, it is completely valid to be non-binary. You keep going. You know? Becoming the weird summer camp photographer sounds like exactly the role I would have played in that situation. Personally called out and supportive. You are. You are. Specifically. Also, Freddie, you'll be excited to know that I'm making art for Tessa. But don't tell anyone. Oh, Gwen, that makes me so happy. Yes. Frick yes. Oh, love a good shirt that has some affirming words on it. Sometimes I just start being like a hype person and I just like start being like, frick yeah, without actually like thinking through like what exactly I'm going to say. I'm genuinely excited. A worm on a string earring. Ideal. Ideal. What color is it? Trying to think about like which worm color I would want. Like blue or red. Brilliant. Just brilliant. The lighting here is so weird. I keep like thinking that my computer's switching off or something. It's not. Oh my god. Neon green, incredible. I'm really glad that this is a comfy stream. I don't really watch streams, so I don't really know like what people want out of them. Or like are you doing anything else while you're doing this? Do you get bored? What do you do? What is this? Inform me about the streams because I'm you know, like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm very glad to hear that it's super comfy. That is, that's all I want. I'm very comfort based as a person. If it's not comfortable, I'm gonna, you know, gonna have to work through that. Obviously, not everything's comfortable. That's like a bigger conversation for another day, though. Curled up on the floor, just vibing. Yes, that's God. What a day. I don't know what time it is there in Scotland. What a time to be alive. Just vibing, curled up in a ball. I wish I like knew some like stories off the top of my head, like paint and recite poetry. I feel like I probably feel like a performing circus bear or something at that point. Yes, chilling with the dog, having a snack. What a freaking treat. This is a perfect place to come just hang out, pop in for some rest, breathe for a second, chill. I've never played Minecraft, but I have watched people play Minecraft. It's pretty far out. I'm into all the things you can do. It's pretty cool. I love how much you guys are using the word just vibing. Just fucking vibing. Oh, we love to see it. We love some casual art vibing. It's so nice. The like fun part about not planning my paintings is that I'm just like pleasantly surprised by my own art constantly. Just like, oh wow, that was an interesting thing that you decided to do there. A lot of the time, and this live stream is kind of nice because usually I just end up talking to myself for the painting. I'm like, oh wow, really? Or I listen to lectures. I'm a big lecture person, so I have an insatiable desire to learn. Oh, the purple and the blue, and you put them together, and then there's just like a little smidge of white. Oh, I just want to eat it, maybe become it. Like, why was I not born that color? I used to have hair this color. All I want to do is vibe too. Pretty much made it my mission to just vibe. I've actually gotten quite boring to so many people in real life because they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, honestly, you know what sounds great? Just chilling. Maybe make some art. Just vibe, dude. Why is everything gotta be so intense? Or I'm like really agreeable. They're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, whatever you want, honestly. Hello! Welcome to the party. Watching you wipe yourself. Look, I'm a Leo. I mean, what else are you gonna do? I don't see a lot of people these days because there's a pandemic. So I gotta be my own hype person. You know? The hype, there's a shortage, there's a drought, a hype drought. And sometimes as a Leo, you have to find ways to sustain yourself in a drought. Sometimes that's me. Yes, I love that my chat is about to become a Tessa Violet vibe corner. That was not a sentence, but you get it. Love that. Love that for us. I know that I say this for all of my paintings, but like I want to jump in this. I want to like sit here and just like meditate. I feel like smell it maybe. Luna, you're absolutely right. I also want to live in my art forever. I think maybe like I wonder if someday someone is going to just show up and find my art is real. What if, like, how cool would that be? Because like it does kind of feel real, you know, in like the way that like humans probably wouldn't totally understand, but anyone who's like partially alien, you know, been there. You guys know, you get it. See, like sometimes the paint just like does whatever the heck it wants, and I'm like, all right, well, time to pivot, I guess. Usually turns out nice though. My painting teaches me a lot about the things that I cling to and the ways that I set myself up for disappointment by doing so. I often say that my art is like meditation because sometimes you have an expectation and you just kind of have to like realize that you and the oil paints have to flow together, and sometimes what you think is gonna happen doesn't happen, and it doesn't make sense to get mad at the paint, you know, it doesn't make sense to get upset at yourself. Just gotta pivot, gotta accept that strokes wanted something else, and that's how life is all the time. So this is my life training. Oh my god, that episode in Avatar with the chakras is literally one of my favorite episodes. So like, oh, yeah, you guys get it. You guys get it. Reading these, yeah, absolutely. You're there. You're right here with me, and I couldn't be happier. It's like so funny because I spent most of my life having this feeling that like I was so alone and misunderstood, and like nobody got it. And now, like, every day I'm reminded that people get it. You guys get it. Like, you know, I get so excited. I love when my art feels like music. It's the best. It's the best. So good. I recently just rewatched um, The OA, which is one of my favorite shows ever. And so I think it's very much inspired by that show. It's funny that you had an OA dream last night. I feel that. Literally finished it last night. So good. It's so funny because I was watching it with my friend Arliss, which Luna, you know Arliss. And throughout the whole show, she like couldn't stand it. She was like, "What is this show? I don't understand." And she was like, literally at one point, she was like, "I understand why this show got canceled." And I, first of all, rude. The slander, absolutely uncalled for. But then like we got to the second to the last episode, and she goes, of season 2. So like we're almost done. And she goes, "Oh, they showed up and they flipped it all fucking around and now I'm obsessed." And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Honestly, all of that was like worth it to get to the last 2 episodes." And I was like, "That's what I'm telling you. Like the concept is so important that like you get through the weirdness of the show to get to the concept." But Arliss just did not like it until last night, which was really funny because like I had already seen it, so like naturally I'm like obsessed with it, even though I didn't like it when I first watched it. Like season 1 and I didn't get along. I remember being so mad when it was over, and then I was rewatching it like, "Oh my god, I love this show so much." And Arliss is like, "It's weird." Um, but yeah, if you guys haven't seen the OA, highly recommend. It's very fucking weird and dark and heavy. It's so good. But this definitely reminds me of just the ideas. We love interdimensional concepts, you know? So much to look at. So much. Like, can you get closer to it? I like this. I like this up here. It's so pretty. Painting sideways is wild. No, a little too sideways. Oh, tea sounds great. Oh, I have coffee. I think it's cold. It's cold. Sometimes I really do be like that. It's okay. Some people make their coffee cold on purpose, so I'm just ahead of the curve. Oh, like, see, look, I didn't mean to make that light. Oh, you can't even really tell. Man, so stop adjusting for the light. I want it to be darker. Thank you. So much to see. Thank you. I I love it so much. Camera struggles for sure. I have never been one for webcams because I have an obsession with quality, and webcams are there's too many variables. But I don't know how to use anything else. So here we are with the camera struggles. But you know, it's okay. It's better than nothing. I wish that I could send hugs through the post because then I would be sending Freddie a lot of hugs. It does look really fluffy. It does. I wish that it was. It's not. That's how I feel about clouds too. Every time I look at them, I'm like, wow, you know, it would be great if I could just nuzzle up right in your softness. And the clouds are like, it's not real, buddy. And I'm like, fair. Kind of rude of you to look that good though. And that's my weekly conversation with the clouds. Oh, wow. Oh, sometimes you guys, it's just the subtleties of the color mixing is just absolutely divine. Who gave you the right? And then people have the audacity to say that I did that. What? No, can't be. It's just, oh God, you guys. Art is just so rad. It is my magic powers. You're right. That's a good point. That's what people continue to remind me that I am part of it. These hands, but still, it baffles me every time. I'm glad that my art finally feels like me, though. There was such a long time where it just didn't. It just felt like it was for other people. And like sometimes my art feels like it's for other people, but not like I'm making it for other people, but rather like I'm making it for the people who probably need to see it. Not so much like I'm making it in the hopes that I can earn money on it. Sometimes I just like to stare at it, you know. I don't know if any of you watched Frozen 2, but that's also what this reminds me of. Just like the magic element feels very much like this to me. Oh my god, you guys. You guys. Oh, ooh, I'm glad I hit my face. This is literally okay, like yes. Okay, this is what you guys do to me every time. Every time you say nice things about me and my art, this is what I do every time is freak out and just read it over and over again. Thank you guys. You guys are so freaking kind. But yes, yes. Stop. I haven't really been using TikTok that much, but I have some videos that I recorded. I just have to edit them. I like making videos. It's just, gosh, you guys, it's just a process because I'm such a detail oriented human alien thing. But I really like making soothing, inspirational videos for all my little sprouts out there who just need a little extra sunlight to grow. Wait, what does my bio say? Which one? Or is it someone else's bio? I don't know. I can't keep things straight. Not my bio. We got there in the end. Jeez. Thank you for joining even for a little bit. That was so wonderful. Yeah, it's very Frozen 2. It is very Frozen 2. And I love that, you know? We love some magic energy. I think also too because it has like the life, or I mean the frozen crystal vibe. That's probably a big part of it. Dang, it's already been 55 minutes that I've been hanging out with you guys. Time flies when you're having fun. I that was a bit of a dad joke, a dad phrase, if you will. I'm really leaning into my dad energy these days. I guess my mom also used to say that. It's just parental. Yeah, the Frozen soundtracks are good. I remember when I saw the first one, I saw it in theaters twice because I was just like so about it. Recently, and by recently I mean within the last 2 or 3 years, 2 years maybe, year. Who I don't know. I've been really into the Moana soundtrack since I saw it. That's my go-to Disney soundtrack, but I do very much like Frozen. I also really like the Lion King 2 soundtrack. It's good too. I actually love soundtracks. The first album I ever bought was the Labyrinth soundtrack. That was the first album I ever spent money on. Let me tell you, worth every second. That movie's the best. Yes, strong oceanic serenity indeed, which is my shit. That's cool that you lived in Santa Barbara. It's a beautiful place there. I've only been a couple times, mostly driving through, but very, very beautiful. And I could see how it would make you want to watch Moana. I miss the ocean so bad that I think that's a big part of it. Is I grew up pretty close to the ocean, and being in Montana means I don't hang out with the ocean as much as I would like. So sometimes you just gotta watch Moana and pretend that you live by the sea. Guys, this conversation. I'm running low on my favorite purple or blue. My favorite blue. And then what am I gonna do? Lion King 1.5 is really good. It's so funny. I'm not usually a sequel person. Ah, The Emperor's New Groove. That is a good movie. I used to have a framed photo of what I'm forgetting. Oh, Cusco and Pacha. Literally sitting on my coffee table. I love them. I love them so much. That's one I actually haven't watched in a while. Maybe I'll watch The Emperor's New Groove today. So good. Freaking Kronk. Freaking Kronk. He is. Such a kind-hearted being, though. So friggin' wholesome. Like, we could all aspire a little bit more to be a little bit more like Kronk, you know? I was like, what is E and G? Emperor's New Groove. I got there. This painting's getting filled up. It's exciting. And then I think I might go over with like a cool glaze and add some depth, maybe some star type stuff. I'm really into the ethereal look. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Yeah, I think I want some little details in here. Not so crazy, not like the other purple one that I had, but you know, like something to tie it all together. It's also interesting because since I started working in oil paint, my art takes so much longer. Like when I was painting in acrylics, a painting would take me 2 to 4 hours tops. And now I'm spending like so long. Like this is probably only like this is maybe like 6 hours right now. 4 to 6 hours. 6. Yeah. 7 hours. And like it's not done, and it's like my art takes so much longer, and I think that's exciting, but it also, like, for example, has been a reason that I've had to raise my prices and like I'm painting more is because it all just takes so much longer and it's such a like deeper process. but it's weird to go from like painting so quick all the time to like taking my time and like really getting to know a painting. It's wild. I love a very weird but excited sound. I mean, it's just that's the way to go. Weird and excited. I don't know if I want. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Oh, I love your life. I'm painting a piece of art while you watch lying in bed surrounded by my art. Are you what? Are you kidding me? Sometimes I literally just like I hold it. I look at it and I'm like, I'm an artist and people connect to my art. You have no idea. You have no idea. You know, I'm not gonna cry on my live stream. Stop it. But seriously, I sometimes I like I wonder. I don't ever want it to like come off as like inauthentic that it affects me so much. Like I'm not exaggerating. The the immense ways that it makes me feel are like it's just like I never get tired of hearing that my art matters to yours. I feel very, very lucky. I feel very, very lucky. Very grateful. Because like I mean, you guys are who I make my art for. Like literally. Especially you guys here right now here with me. Like Luna, every time I do something purple, I think about you. And like Freddie and Gabe, I think about you guys constantly. Cause I'm like, you know who's gonna like this? These beautiful beings who love my I'm just you guys. You guys. It's just the best. You guys are the best. My magical little community of incredible, loving angels. You guys are literally angels, and you can't change my mind. And I'm so glad that my art matters to you. Look, this is the sappy corner of the internet, and I'm not going to apologize for it. This is a safe space. His live stream code. Oh, I love that. I love that. Come cry on my Patreon live streams. It's a safe space. Someday, my goal, and this is something that I've even talked to with like my occupational therapist. So I struggle with the money thing because I don't value money at all. I think it's the worst thing. And so I'm not motivated by it. But I do recognize that like I need money to like pay my bills and feed my animals and myself. And so like I'm having to like work through that. And one of the things that Autumn, my therapist, suggested is she was like, well, maybe you can change the way you think about money. So for example, if you made enough money to pay your bills, then you would have more energy to like care deeply about the other things that you can be doing, or you can give your extra money to people who need it. And something that I thought about is how cool would it be if I finally like figured out this situation enough that I can just like every little once in a while just like give one of these to you guys, right? So like if I sort my shit out, then eventually I can just be like, hey, this piece of art, I know you can't afford it. That's why I made it special for you. And you don't even talk about it. It's just gonna show up in your mail. You never know. That's my goal, is to be able to like get to a point where I just don't have to think about selling my art in a way that like is like a difference of like comfort and suffering. And then I'm just gonna start giving my art to people. That's all I want to do. I just want to start giving my art to people and not worrying about it, because it's a language, you know. It's like this is my poetry, this is my storytelling, this is my support. And so sometimes when I make these pieces, I'm like, I know exactly the kind of person who this should go to, but I also know that because this person is the exact kind of person this should go to, they can't afford to buy it. And so you know what I say to that? Here you go. That's what I say to that. Here you go. So that's my goal. Yes, exactly. I just want to make enough money so that I can care all the time. Because I'm already caring, is the thing. I care so big. So it's like, it's annoying. It's annoying that it's like money that is a good way to show you care, right? I would love I have other ways to show I care, but like it's a really important one. And I just want to give you guys so much. It's exciting. I've almost filled the canvas. Not too shabby. You get it. You guys get it. Okay, friends. Well, I'm gonna make some lunch. Let this dry a little bit. But thank you for being a part of this live stream. This is it's fine. Everything is fine. It's safe. Safe proof. But I'm a klutz, so okay. You guys are wonderful. And I will see you next time. And until then, I'll see you on the internet. And don't say Okay, we are all goblins here. I was gonna say don't call yourself a goblin, but I love to be a goblin with you guys. Bye. I love you all so much. Bye, guys.